30 years old, a housewife living in an apartment with my husband Sam, who's 15 years older than me. People who know our family might already be aware, but I've always been told that I have a sharp sixth sense. Because of that, I often get asked for advice. Just the other day, my younger sister Paige dropped by. "Sorry for showing up out of the blue, Phoebe." "Don't worry about it." So, like we were talking about in our texts, you're wondering if you should keep working at your current care facility, right? "Yeah, eventually I want to open my own care home. I've been imagining a retro, cozy place where the elderly can relax and live comfortably." I see. So you want to experience different types of facilities to get a better understanding, is that it? Exactly. You always know what I'm thinking before I even say it, Phoebe. It's amazing. I can feel it. I can see it. Oh, here it comes. Phoebe's sixth sense. Stay at your current job for about 5 more years. No, wait. Make it 6 years. There's going to be an amazing opportunity waiting for you. Wow, an amazing opportunity, huh? Oh, thanks, Phoebe. Your predictions are always so accurate. I know I can trust you. Well, I can sense things about other people, but for some reason my intuition doesn't work as well when it comes to myself. But Phoebe, you look so happy right now. Maybe you don't need to rely on your sixth sense for yourself. I mean, Sam's a successful businessman and you're living in such a gorgeous, spacious apartment. You see, Sam works for a major corporation. We weren't struggling financially and there weren't any particular problems in our lives. But then, a few nights later during dinner, Sam said something that completely caught me off guard. "Wait, your mom is moving in with us next week? Just like that?"
Yeah, I've already taken care of selling her home. This way, it'll be easier for you too, right? You won't have to go there to visit her anymore.
Sam was right. I had been going to his parents' house pretty often. His mother had a serious illness in the past, and ever since, she occasionally loses mobility in one arm and leg. I've been helping out with the housework whenever I visit. But why would you make such a big decision without even talking to me about it first? Sam is a bit of a careless side and isn't great about keeping me in the loop sometimes.
I mean, we have a spare room here. The old house is pretty run down, and selling it brings in some money. Plus, Mom said she wants to live here. It's fine, isn't it? I'm the one who bought this apartment with my salary, so I should get to decide.
Still, I'm the one handling the housework, and we're a married couple. He could have at least talked to me about it first. That said, my relationship with my mother-in-law was actually pretty good, so I didn't really have an issue with her. Even though I was a little annoyed with Sam, I ended up agreeing to let her move in. At first, my mother and I got along really well after she moved in, but about 6 months later, one morning after the 3 of us had breakfast, Sam left for work, and I was in the kitchen doing the dishes. My mother-in-law, who had been watching TV, went to the bathroom and then came back. "Good morning, Phoebe." What? "Well, I guess it's time to make breakfast. Let me help you." Mom, we already had breakfast." "What? What are you talking about, Phoebe? Are you still half asleep?" For a while, my mother-in-law had been forgetting where she'd put things or repeating the same stories. Since I'd heard a lot from Paige, who works as a caregiver, I started to worry that my mother-in-law might be showing signs of dementia. So I took her to the hospital, and sure enough, she was diagnosed with dementia. That night, after my mother-in-law went to bed, I told Sam what had happened.
Huh? Dementia? You're kidding, right? She was talking just fine earlier.
Well, apparently people with dementia can seem perfectly normal sometimes. It might mean she'll need care from now on.
What? What do you mean? Are we talking about putting her in a facility? No way! People will think we're abandoning her!
For now, let's think about providing care at home. Lately, your mom has been losing more and more mobility. How about you and I work together to take care of her?
Oh, okay.
Sam agreed at the time, but around that time, Sam's work got really busy, and with all the overtime, he started locking himself in his room on weekends, saying, "I need to rest after working so hard." He didn't help at all with the caregiving. Meanwhile, my mother-in-law's dementia kept getting worse. "Phoebe, what did you do with the necklace of mine that had memories of my late father? It was in my room." "Huh? The necklace? I don't know anything about it." "Don't pretend I saw you take it earlier." You saw it. I haven't even been in your room today." "Stop lying! Give it back! Hurry up and return it!" Wait, that hurts. Please let go." My mother-in-law grabbed my hair with all her strength, and it was awful. Of course I hadn't stolen the necklace. It was just her delusion because of the dementia. This kind of thing kept happening every day, and I was mentally exhausted. Every night before bed, I talked to Sam about it. Sam, can you at least help with the caregiving on the weekends? I'm at my breaking point. Today she got mad at me, saying I purposefully spilled tea on her when it was her own fault. And then she threw so many rice crackers at me.
Huh? She threw rice crackers? It's not that big of a deal.
And look at my hair. Your mom pulls and tugs on it every day, and it's all damaged and messy.
Well, just go to the salon or something. Here, take $200. That should be enough to fix it.
Sam said this, pulling $200 out of his wallet and handing it to me with an annoyed look. Wait, it's not just about giving me money. I'm telling you, we need to work together on the caregiving. And going to the salon, I don't even have time for that right now.
Enough already! You know I'm busy with work, right? Don't complain about household stuff to me! You're a housewife, aren't you? You're probably just lazing around all day. You have no idea how I feel. Fine, I'm sleeping in the living room tonight.
Huh? Sam said that, grabbed his pillow, and dragged his blanket to the living room. What's with that attitude? Lazing around all day, huh? I'm the one taking care of your mother, washing the pajamas you're wearing, making the teriyaki you just ate, and cleaning the living room you're about to sleep in. It's all me. The next morning, as usual, my mother-in-law was quiet when she woke up. Her eyes still half closed and looking dazed. I helped her get dressed as I always did. During the day, though, she became a completely different person, full of energy. By the time Sam came home from work, exhausted from overtime, my mother-in-law would already be asleep, and he only ever saw her calm side. That's probably why he said what he did last night, but the next moment...
You were whining last night before bed, but you look fine now. Caregiving's no big deal. You're being dramatic. I'm over here working my ass off all week at the office. Being a housewife must be so easy, huh? Must be nice.
When Sam said this, I completely lost it. This guy, he is totally underestimating me. I can't believe it. I was furious. While I kept taking care of my mother-in-law, I started packing my things. Honestly, the decision I made that day ended up making things way worse than Sam could have ever imagined. But honestly, I couldn't help but think, serves him right, with a little laugh. That night...
I'm home. What are you doing here, Phoebe?
Welcome back. I figured you'd be getting back soon, so I waited here. Your mother's asleep, though.
Oh? And what's with the suitcase?
I'm leaving.
Wait, what? Are you seriously leaving because you can't handle taking care of my mom?
No, I'm leaving because I'm done with you.
What? Who do you think's been supporting you? Taking care of my mom and doing housework is nothing compared to what I do at work. And now you're gonna talk down to me?
Honestly, what a jerk. I ignored Sam calling after me, rolled my suitcase into the elevator, and left. He didn't follow me, but he called me repeatedly, so I blocked his texts and calls. And went to Paige's place, where I'd already texted her earlier asking if I could stay for a while, and she said it was fine. 3 days later, in the middle of the day, while Paige was at work and I was cleaning, the doorbell rang. I answered it, and when I looked at the camera, there was Sam, standing with my mother-in-law in a wheelchair beside him.
I knew it! You've been staying at Paige's place! Why haven't you been answering your phone or texts? Please! You have to help me!
I kind of expected him to come asking for help, but I didn't think he'd give up so quickly. I stayed quiet on purpose as he went on.
I messed up. I didn't realize how bad Mom's dementia had gotten. The day after you left, I thought it'd be fine to leave her at home by herself when I went to work. But she ended up walking out of a store without paying, and the police had to get involved. So yesterday, I used a sick day to stay home with her, but she kept accusing me of stealing her money, hiding her wallet, and calling me a thief. She slapped me, kicked me, pulled my hair. It's been a nightmare. When I suggested getting a home helper, she flipped out and said I was treating her like an old person. I don't know what to do anymore. Please, I need help.
You want me to help you? I've asked you for help so many times, but every time you just look at me like it was a hassle and wouldn't even listen. So why should I help someone like you?
Look, I've been dealing with a lot at work. You wouldn't get it, being a housewife. But having a job comes with all kinds of stress, expectations, and pressure. It's way harder than sitting around at home all day doing whatever you want.
Oh no, wrong answer.
Huh?
You think being a housewife is just about doing nothing? I work 24/7, 365 days a year with no breaks. I am the one washing the shirts you leave around, cleaning up your dirty dishes, scrubbing the toilets you mess up. Exactly. Sam, how could you even say that?
Mom?
Who do you think washed and hung out the sheets you wet yesterday? And I know about those dirty magazines you've been hiding behind the bookshelf, you shameless son. Just then, I heard a soft giggle coming from somewhere, probably from someone in the building who was overhearing our conversation. The way sound echoes in the hallway made it easy for anyone nearby to overhear.
Mom, please, just be quiet!
Sam said, his face turning bright red from embarrassment, and he tried to cover his mother's mouth, but then out of nowhere, his mother screamed, "Ah! Kidnappers!"
Huh? Wait, Mom, please, calm down!
It seemed like there was no point in talking anymore, so I stepped away from the camera and went back to cleaning. Before long, I heard the sound of a police siren. I wondered if someone had heard my mother-in-law shouting and called the cops. Sure enough, when I looked out the window, I saw Sam crying as the police led him away. I could still hear Sam shouting from outside.
Phoebe, please forgive me! I was wrong!
As they took him off. A week later, I had to go to the apartment where Sam and his mom were. When Sam answered the door, he looked like a wreck. Dark circles under his eyes, his hair all messed up, and his beard out of control. He just looked completely drained.
Phoebe, did you finally come to help me?
Sam said, his face lighting up for a second when he saw me. But then I handed him something, a divorce form. "Can you sign this?" I said. Actually, thanks to a connection through Paige, I was able to land a job at a care facility, and it was a really rare opportunity with great conditions for that kind of work. When Sam heard about it, he furrowed his brows, then just collapsed on the floor and started crying. It was honestly kind of funny to see that. After that, my divorce from Sam was finalized. As for my mother-in-law, thanks to Paige's connections, she was able to get into a really good care facility. The truth is, while I was job hunting, I was also looking for a care facility for her. She may have developed dementia, but she's not to blame for it. At first, Sam was against putting her in a facility because he was so concerned about what people would think. But eventually, he realized he couldn't keep taking time off work. Reluctantly, he agreed to place her in a care facility. Sam had taken a short-term leave from work, saying it was to take care of his mother, but by the time he returned, he was mentally exhausted, couldn't keep up with his work, and kept making mistakes. Eventually, he became so uncomfortable at the office that he was forced to quit. Now he works multiple part-time jobs, staying up from morning till night, just trying to earn enough to cover his mother's care and his own living expenses. As for me, I'm working hard at the care facility I started at. Thanks to Paige's connection, it's tough at times, but when the elderly residents thank me with a soft smile, it really makes it all worth it. Oh, and I moved out of Paige's place and started living on my own. She even helped me with the move. Thanks for helping me with the move, Paige, especially with your busy schedule. No problem. You've always given me great advice and helped me so much, Phoebe. I really appreciate it. By the way, there's a famous sweet shop nearby. I heard they have a really good cupcake. Cupcake? Oh, that sounds amazing! Once we're done unpacking, let's go get some. There should still be about 4 left by the time we get there. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. I'll probably eat 2. Or maybe 3.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!